Okay, we're live. Hello, chat. How's it going? I finally have a guest. I'm not single anymore. Smash, if you can introduce yourself.
What's up? It's good to be here. It's an honor and a pleasure. I've been watching you since I think not before I started YouTube, but before I ever knew what I was even doing on here. I was watching you. I first heard about you through Asmongold actually. So um after a reaction video to you, I was like, hey, I like this guy's voice and he seems to know his shit. I'm gonna watch more of him. And ever since then, I've been watching a lot of your videos. So this is pretty cool to be on with you.
I appreciate that. I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched you almost at all until Alisa Mercante like suddenly decides to sue you, and I'm like, well, who the hell is this SmashJT? Like, everyone is talking about you all of a sudden, and I knew everyone in the sector. And I was like, this Smash JT guy, like, what the fuck? What is he connected? Like, is he tied to the industry? Does he have a little bit of nepotism going on at EA Games? What's going on? And then I look
Right.
at you, and you're like, this guy, starting up, you're doing good. He's got like 20,000 subscribers, and it's like, why is she targeting you? What the fuck? So what was it with that? Like, can you?
Oh damn! I mean, I've talked about this many times, and I'm just like I have a very boring answer. I don't know. Like I genuinely do not know. I don't understand. I think if I had to guess, it would be she saw me as an easy target
Hmm.
to overcome in a grand scheme agenda to push forward uh, in ruling all of Gamergate. If
Cause
that makes sense.
yeah, I mean the way I noticed, like looking at the situation, for those of you that don't know, a couple of months ago or a year now actually, um, there was this guy called Brutus, and he makes a list of video games that collaborate with Sweet Baby, right? A left-leaning consultant company that was pretty much built around abolishing gender and pushing woke shit into games. So like he makes this huge list, and the company itself wants this guy to be banned off Steam and banned off social media. So people rise up, and it's like, well, hold on a little bit. Like, who the fuck are these chuckleheads? Why do they keep muscling in our community? And there is a counter push. And of course, you get like random attention seeking people. We used to call them attention whores back in the day. And they
Mhm.
come out and they're trying to make it above themselves. And here you have like a very, I shouldn't say anything that could get me sued, right? You have like this very ladylike individual working at Kotaku, Alisa Mercante, coming out, and she starts victimizing herself. She starts trying to get attention to insert herself into the conversation. And other people are laughing at her. Smash JT, my bad here, is one of these individuals, laughs at her, and now he's getting sued by her.
And to build on that too, like my initial thought process was really thinking nothing of it, nor should I have, because it's just like anything else you would think, where it's just like, yeah, this story will come and go, and we'll talk about another story when another story comes and goes. And for some reason, she did not want to let go of this, and now it's turned into whatever the hell this even is.
And it's not just her, right? Like you keep getting into trouble. Like I've seen you get into a lot of predicament. There was a Twitter operation to try to get your channel deplatformed.
Hmm.
Um, I think like you
The
got into trouble with
the
Christian
web
nationalists at some point. Like how do you manage? Like you're a small channel and you keep getting attacked from all sides.
I think it just goes back to maybe my personality comes across as fairly easygoing and easy to take advantage of. And they think that I'm just going to lay down, and I never do. So it's a very strange conundrum that gets created. But yeah, this isn't the first time, nor will it be the last. We had Nick Calandra of Second Wind initially trying to get SmashJT.com taken down and successfully did with a false flag attack on a holiday weekend to just rally all his troops on Blue Sky or whatever it was on Twitter. I don't know when it was back then. Because this guy had a raging hate boner for me for daring to catalog transgressions from these journos and having a website where I was just like, hey, I'm keeping track of all this crazy shit that's happening. And it became so unmanageable that I needed something for me personally to be able to reference. And I'm like, well, shit, if I'm going to personally be referencing it, I might as well put it out there for information for everybody. So I put it on the website that I had, and I called it Kotaku Detected, just linking to public information of journalists and the stories that they've written or the things that they've done, typically on social media, where it's not something that is typically looked highly upon. And they took issue with that because it was basically uh, putting a mark on them, as they would say, and be like, no, stop noticing things, stop noticing us, just let us do what we want to do. And I think they looked at it as a bad thing for them long term, because once people started noticing and putting it down on and writing it, saying these people are doing these awful things, um, they felt like the gig was up for them. So
I mean, it
they
was
wanted
kind of
to
up,
take that
right?
down.
Like for a couple of years now, we had like people with big fat cocks just like spitting them out like helicopter, and like
Mhm.
whipping anyone that's out of shape. You know, like you if you don't say the pronouns, if you're not saying that a man can become a woman, they're like, whoosh, and
Yep.
suddenly
Oh,
there's
what a
pushback,
crazy
right?
time! What a crazy time!
Yeah, and I think like what changed the culture was the Hogwarts Legacy thing when they went after VTubers. I think like that's when a lot of people got fed up,
Yep.
and it
When they're like, we're
escalated with
going to,
Cabrutus. Yeah, like Cabrutus was like the second reason.
yep, the Hogwarts stuff was, we're gonna deplatform people who dare to play this game on a stream. I'm like,
Hmm.
all right, this is a bridge too far. How can anyone fall for this stuff? This is crazy, and yet people were.
It's also like seeing people pissing their eyes because sorry, seeing like anime girls pissing their eyes, right? Like oh my goodness, like my community, they doxed me, they're attacking my family, blah blah blah. Like Silver
Oh yeah.
Veil, for instance, right? And you see an anime girl like legitimately crying on stream,
Yep.
and people are like, well, who did this to her?
Yep. It's a victim mentality. And then the White Knights jumping out, not even knowing the full story, just saying, how dare you do something to offend someone that I look up to or like? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh, Yashalot wants us to talk about Grooms. I like Grooms. Do you know why I like Grooms? Because he is the person with no morality that I can sick on my enemies. There are bad people out there that did awful things to nice ushi video game girls, and they deserve a fucking grooms up their asshole. And if I can take the grooms and shove them up your asshole, that's what I will fucking do, cause you don't deserve anyone better. If he's going to
Holy
lie,
shit.
scam, and cheat your part out of money, that's a good thing, and that's who I will support.
I'll say, like, I don't have anything personally against Grubs. He's always been really nice to me.
I don't know, man. He
But
hasn't conned me, so it's fine. Like
yeah, no,
I haven't bought his game. I don't give a shit about his game. What I wanna see, I wanna see those goddamn non-binary bitches crying and complaining as their video games aren't getting bought. I wanna see the HR department in fucking lamentation because those misogynist pigs aren't buying their product, and that makes me so fucking hard, SmashJT. It makes me oh.
no, but I mean, I've said from the start with Grums, like, he's been nice to me. But yeah, get your game out, Grums. Like, I don't understand what people want me to do. I'm not a game developer, nor have I ever claimed to be. I didn't do any of the crowdfunding with him. I don't know what his status of the game is. I always refer people to, if you have an issue with what he's making, to contact him and tell him that. I will always have the standpoint of, yes, Grums has been nice to me, but finish your fucking game. What more do you want me to say, though? I don't understand.
I mean, I haven't talked to him about the game. I get it, you know. Like, if he conned people, then well, the people getting conned like should ask for their money back. If they didn't, then they shouldn't. Like, I'm not advertising his game. I'm not promoting his game. I'm not saying people should do business with him. What I am saying is that when the man calls for a boycott, the boycott happens, and therefore, he is the perfect guy to sick on the people that I dislike. I dislike
You
the
know
people.
what it is?
Yeah.
I think it's people have a negative perspective on me for whatever reason, and they're like looking really hard to justify their hatred for me. And now they're trying to connect me to someone else, be like, oh, you're friends with that asshole. It's like, oh, okay. That doesn't make me an asshole. That just makes me say, hey, he's been nice to me. What, you want me to just be like, oh, fuck you, Grums? Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
If you got scammed by him, take it up with him and say, hey, or file a grievance with the fucking Kickstarter or the government. I don't fucking
how
know.
do you
What do
enable
you want me to
someone
do
that
about
did
it?
that to their own? See, this is why I can't enable Jesus. I can't associate with Jesus. Jesus likes Destiny. Jesus likes the sorry. Jesus loves Destiny. Jesus loves the Sandpiker. Jesus loves everyone. I can't enable Jesus. I can't enable Jesus in good faith. He also enables Grams. You know, because he loves Grams. He's Jesus. And I told people,
Exactly.
it's like, look, I can't associate myself with Jesus. He's associating with Destiny. He's associating with Grabs. He's associating with all these people. So, you know,
Good point.
I'm
That's a really
disavowing.
good
I'm
point.
disavowing all I'm saying. All right, we got, well, yeah, you know, like, Jesus also likes my community, but unfortunately, I have to disavow. Like, I'm sorry, Jesus. It's, like, your association with Destiny and Hassan Piker and Grooms is too much for me. I just have to pause it here. Um,
But back to the Alyssa thing, just
yeah.
to go back to the topic, I wanted to cover that before I forgot. A lot of people have been asking like what the current status is of the lawsuit. I talked to Ron Coleman, my lawyer, yesterday about it, and he basically updated saying that they set a timetable for discovery and when information needs to be given to them. And apparently it's not going to be until January of next year where it's due. Uh, and we need to wait on what they are going to request from us. Uh, which I know people are going to hear that and be like, this sounds like your lawyer's putting this off for more money or this, that, the other thing, because that was my concern too. And I asked him straight up, I was like, what's going on here? Is this just getting dragged out just for extra money or what? He's like, no, he's like, this isn't costing you anything.
No.
This is just a timetable that needs to be set up because the
Is
court's
it close to
requiring
finish
it.
though? Like, are you close to concluding?
No. Well,
Hmm.
yes and no. Yes and no. No, because the timetable is not finalized for all the information to be presented to the judge until April of 2026. But yes, it could be almost done if the judge comes down any day and says, you know what, fuck this. This case is
Yeah.
ridiculous. We're throwing it out, and here's why. Which is our hope. Which is why Ron was kind of like, we're in no rush right now, Jeff.
Mhm.
You're good.
Will you
Just
get
let
money? Will you get money back if you win? Is it like in Europe? Because I know
yes
like
and yes and no. We did apply or whatever request for the SLAP, which is a strategic lawsuit against, I can't remember the PP, but just frivolous lawsuits. And if that gets approved by the judge, theoretically, Alyssa would owe all of the court fees and everything, the lawyer fees, all that stuff, or whatever they determine. But that's a theoretical because she also would need to have the money to pay. And we're talking about someone who, I guess, at least publicly says she can't hold a steady job down. She has struggles with finances and things like that. So even if that does happen, there's very little guarantee that I'd be getting anything from her. But New York law does, I did look into it. It does allow you to hold it over her for 20 years if she ever does try to buy a house or try to do anything that basically can be that collector that prioritizes before she does anything.
Oh, I see. Let's blast through some super chats really fast. Lixian
Yeah.
versus how will trolls have high standards and regeneration? Unless he has fire or acid, I say I win against you. Thomas, thank you for the 9 Polish zloty. Jacob, so Smash, is it fair to say that Senpai noticed me?
I, I guess.
SRC Maker, thank you for $30. Hi V, got around to my transgender doctor. Wait, what made you say a transgender? Enjoyed the street chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alexander, V collabs with Bullshit Peddler. Truly, the end times is upon us. Do you peddle bullshit?
I don't know. This is what frustrates me is would people have this mentality around me? I'm like, What, like, can you name like a specific instance, and we could talk about
I
that?
think I know one. I don't follow you, but I've seen this one. You had
What is
an
it?
insider, which wasn't an
Oh,
insider.
oh yeah, that's the infamous.
The infamous. Yeah,
By the
it was
way,
trending. And
it
again, I'm
was.
like, who
I
the
mean,
fuck is SmashJT? He's got like 20,000 subscribers. Why is he trending on Twitter? What the fuck? Like, I'm trying to trend on Twitter. I'm doing shit, I'm making, I'm blaspheming against Jesus here. I'm not disavowing groups. I'm doing all this shit. I never trend on Twitter. And I see
I
like this guy, like,
honestly,
I'm sorry, I'm jealous. I'm envious. This is why I got you here.
I
Tell me how to do it.
I think ironically it's because I try my best to be a trustworthy source. So when I fuck up, apparently that's a massive news because he's trying to pull one over on us. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not who I am. That's never who I've been. Uh, and and when that happens, there's a battle on the internet over, is Smash JT a grifter? Is he a guy that just wants to get money out of people? Or does he actually care about this
No,
shit?
but like, look.
Uh,
There's like 30 or 40 people in our niche, okay? And if we add channels your size, it's probably over 100. Why you in
mhm.
particular? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Me neither, and I was hoping that you would, but like apparently
I
no one
don't.
knows.
I guess what makes anybody anything on here?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I
I,
don't
I
I don't
don't
know
know.
if there's an answer to that because I think if there was an answer to that, then everybody would be a somebody.
So Nightmare is informing me that Smash JT is enjoying Dustborn. You own a copy. I believe, looking at the Steam data, there's around 1,000 people worldwide that owns a copy of Dustborn.
I am one of them. It was
Is
gifted to me.
it
It was
like a
gifted to me.
collection edition now?
Yep. Oh yeah, they made a physical edition. Did you see that?
No.
Oh my God, it was like a special collector's physical edition of Dustborn that was on clearance. I think originally it was selling for like $60 or $70 or $50, and it was on clearance for like $20. And I'm like, who would buy this? It has like a booklet in it, and I think a soundtrack or
Can
something.
you
Like,
can you
what?
can you sing can you sing the song?
Uh, no, you don't want me to sing.
Where
We are
where
the
where we are
Dustborn.
the Dustborn. We are the new porn.
We are the new porn.
Yeah, we're here to replace you. Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so
No,
bad.
I actually like that song was so bad it became good. I got it
Yeah,
singing. It was an earworm of a song.
it's so bad.
Thomas, thank you for the super chat spam. SRC Maker, sorry for being a dick V. Here's another $20. Wow. And TomCat45, yes, I'm transgender. So what, you want to call me that every stream, bro? Yes, SRC Maker is actually a transgender that voted Republican.
That that's a thing.
Yeah, apparently it is. Non-binary people never vote Republican, though. But like,
What's
there are trans people that do vote Republican.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I just oh,
It is what it is. I mean.
yeah.
Maybe it's the economic part, she drives a Tesla. There's that.
Huh?
Elon Musk went with Donald Trump. It's like, okay, I like Tesla. I like the man. I'll vote.
Yep. Well, I mean, I've always had the standpoint too, which is often convoluted with me being transphobic or whatever, where I'm like, it's certainly not something that I would consider normal. I think it's very strange and weird.
Oh, she
But
doesn't consider it normal either. But like, here's the
okay.
thing. I can't
But
be
people are
called
welcome to
transphobic
do
now.
it. Like
No, listen, I can't be called transphobic because I have a trans friend.
there you go.
That-
There you go.
Probably have the same opinions as you, but I got a trans friend.
Well, I mean, like, I don't care if people are trans. It's just don't push it on the kids and don't push it on me. Close your bedroom door and do whatever the fuck you want to do, but stay out of my fucking media with that weird stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's my
Nightmare,
mentality.
thank you for the $2. Apparently, Nightmare is the one that gifted you the dustboard.
Oh yes.
No, I don't want a copy. I will refund it. Unlike Smash JT, I do have some morals left. Like, I'm not feeding those people.
I did actually have an intention to give it a shot to see just how bad it was, and I'm just like, I've I've been too busy playing actual good games to bother with
What
that.
the fuck is that? Good games 2025. Like, can you give me some?
Oh my God, Silk Song. I'm currently playing. It's
Okay,
amazing.
now that's fair. That's fair.
Expedition 33 was incredible.
X Mission
Um,
23. What the fuck is that?
Expedition
Oh
33.
yeah, the French one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Claire Obscure. That was so freaking good. Stellar Blade, I finally was able to play through, and that was amazing. I mean, by the way, you're
Mm.
like, oh, those are just three games. It's like, yeah, they're just three games, but you got to remember, like, these games are like 40 plus hour, 80 plus hour
Yeah, but
experiences.
like the interesting thing is that none of them are AAA. Well, except for I guess Stellar Blade. Like, I
I
think we can
guess Stellar
consider.
Blade, yeah,
Can we
yeah,
consider it AAA? I think we can, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. But yeah, it's kind of goes to the point of like actual great games. It doesn't matter who makes them. It's the game that carries itself.
Did you see the Chinese shit that's coming up? The one that looks like GTA but with waifus.
What's that?
Uh,
Amber.
uh,
It starts with an A. N or
yeah, something
something.
with A. Like,
Yeah.
chat, please,
Yeah.
please tell us what Mao Zedong is giving us, because I don't remember the name. Atlanta, Antanta,
Ananta.
Ananta,
Ananta. Ananta.
Ananta.
Yeah.
Uh,
It looks awesome. It looks like it copies a lot of mechanics from like GTA and Spider-Man, but they announced they removed the gotcha mechanics
they
to
removed the
it.
gotcha mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I mean, for me, I'm very curious if it's going to be a free to play game. I'm very curious to see if it's actually going to feel like a full-fledged game or if you're going to feel like, oh, I need to buy this. I need to do, and I'm like, I I don't know about you, but if I ever play a game where I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I'm having fun, but I wish there was this option. Oh, wait, there is if I just buy it. I'm like, no, that's not a game to
you
me.
don't want
That's
pay to win.
no, I mean, didn't Assassin's Creed
I
Shadows
like
did
pay
that?
to win, because like if we're on the same server, I get to have a big cock and you have to have a little cock, because you don't buy and I buy. Do you know? No, seriously though, like this is Asian mentality, right? Like in
Hmm.
Europe, if you show to someone that you have an MMO and you spend money for the legendary sword, they will call you insane. It's like, why did you waste money on that? In China, it's literally the opposite. If you spend
The,
money and you
the
actually grind the sword, they will say, well, wow, like, what are you doing with your life? Why are you spending so much money playing a video game? But if you
yep.
buy the sword, it's like, well, this guy is so fucking rich. Like, he must be a productive member of society if he can afford to buy that sword.
Oh, kind of like what was that? Was it Hawaii or one of those? Maybe an island. I can't remember what island it was where they were just like, the fatter you were, the more it showed you were wealthy. So it's like that was actually a sign of being praised because you were just fat. You ever heard of
Holy
that?
shit. Okay, listen, Smash, if you're going to stimulate my transgender public, so then I will have you here more often. SRC
Oh,
Baker, $100. Thank you. Yes, Smash, I voted Trump 3 times, and we saw the proof. Photos of the ballot. Oh, like, right. No, seriously, I used to be transphobic, and I required proof. It's like, you want me to be your friend, and you're transgender? Like, show me you voted for Trump. Also, yeah, I'm against anyone transitioning below 25. Oh, well, 25. I don't force it on anyone except trolling the stream with super chats because it's fucking funny. Dudes like Tomcat45 call me a troon.
I feel like that's the way. Like live your life the way you want it, like fully confident and comfortable in your skin. As long as you're not trying to push it on anyone else, like have at it. That's
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
yeah.
No issues there.
Julian Adjuvant view on side scrollers when they invite me.
Oh, have you
What?
never been invited?
I don't know. I mean they never reached out. If they reach out, I'll join.
Well, it's at a weird time for you. What time is it for you right now?
I don't. Wait, right now it's 10:16 p.m. So
Oh, okay, so it wouldn't be too bad for you. Okay, never mind.
What would it cost to play a game with you? Nothing. I would play for free, but take into account that right now I'm developing my own game, so it would also have to be something that I like, and the only thing that I like is Street Fighter Five. So like, if you get good at Street Fighter Five, I'll play with you for free. You don't have to pay me.
What is the status of your game, by the way?
It's almost
Do you have any
finished.
updates?
It's almost finished.
Mhm.
I think I will release it before Grooms.
I'd say there's a good chance of that. Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah. Okay, what do you think about EA Games getting bought by the Saudis? Have you seen that?
Oh my god, it's amazing. I think it's the greatest thing that could have happened. The meltdowns from the Wokies. The Did you see the article from PC Gamer?
No, but I saw the Reddit conversations, which were like, "Oh my god, I can't support this. I can't, like they're going to remove the LGBT. Like so much
Yep.
work has been put into Sims to make it inclusive and to make it for everybody, and now those fucking Muslims are coming in, and they're going to
Getting
fuck
rid of
up
all
my
the
video
gay.
game."
Well, not just that, by the way, but apparently EA is going to be saddled with $20 billion in debt out of a $55 billion deal,
Really?
which means that they're going to be doing massive layoffs of bloat. So again, W after W after W.
Jesus. How about Ultimate Street Fighter 4? I don't have it, and I'm not going to pick it up. But anyway, listen. No, it's just 5 or 6. Which is the last Street Fighter? The last one that came out. That's the one I have.
I don't even know. I haven't
Ultimate
kept
Street
up
Fighter
with
4.
it.
I don't even know if I can run it. It's so old. But anyway, as we were talking about the EA thing, I looked into what would happen, right? And I think there are two possibilities. Number one, the investors just don't do anything. Maybe they reorganize, like they fire some of the HR people, they, cancel a couple of titles. But I don't think they will get really into EA, because EA was like actually one of the best companies. And I know it's weird to say that. But like if you say EA Games, you're like, well, at least it's not Blizzard, right? At least it's not Ubisoft, right? And you realize, well, compared to any other AAA company, EA just kept their head down. And besides, seems like they didn't do shit.
To be fair, like Blizzard was a pretty amazing company back in the day. Ubisoft was a pretty amazing company back in the day. EA was a pretty amazing company back in the day. And Blizzard and Ubisoft kind of spiraled down the woke path. EA definitely didn't veer away from it, but they didn't veer into it either. It was just more the microtransactions and DLC that people had issues with EA proper. But don't forget, EA was also the parent company of Bioware that put out Veilguard.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So they're not innocent in all this either.
Yeah. I forgot about Bioware.
And I was talking about this last night on my stream too, where Bioware is fucked with this deal. I think Mass Effect 4 was already on thin ice, and with this happening right now, I would not be surprised if the first big news we heard out of EA outside of massive layoffs was
closed down. Yeah,
Bioware closing and Mass Effect canceled. Alongside what we just heard with Perfect Dark from Microsoft. That would be the next big one.
BioWare used to be my favorite company besides Blizzard, right? Like they used to make, like when BioWare released a game, it was a cultural event. Like I remember like the opening nights for Star Wars: The Old Republic, and there were like so many people that it went literally around the game store. Like there were like 2 or 3 lines just going around the game store. Blizzard was the same. Like I spoke with a friend of mine, not Groom, someone else that also worked at Blizzard, and he told me that he had to actually go back into the Blizzard office to pick some of the games that were meant for the developers in order to bring them at that game store because they were running out. And so that was like the level of awe that they were creating, and to see that company just completely fail. And it started with Mass Effect Andromeda. Like that's when, well, actually it started with Mass Effect 3. The ending pissed off a lot of people, but it was still salvageable. It was like, okay, because Mass Effect 3 overall is still a good game. They were very ambitious with like their multitude of endings and stuff, and they couldn't tie them up. It's like, okay, fine. But then Mass Effect Andromeda, cutting off the most favorite race, the ones with Talizora Vas Normandy, the Quarians, right? Like for no reason, just eliminating the Quarians from the game, making the women ugly, a lot of bugs, and people were like, what the fuck is this? And then they released Anthem, which like it was really weird because BioWare was the one creating and innovating the industry. Like when you have Mass Effect for the first time, like there was no other game like that. you know, where it's a first-person shooter, but it's also like a RPG into one, and you can
RPG.
have like different classes and shit, and like there weren't games like that before. And so to see that company now go into a looter shooter, just like picking up, you know, whatever was on the market popular, like Borderlands. Okay, let's have a game like that. The
Yep.
story was shit. Everything about it was shit. Complete flop. And then they make the True Age Velguard, another insult. And so you gotta wonder, it's like, well,
Well,
what's the last game that they did which is actually good?
that's what I was just gonna say. Like we're talking. That's why Mass Effect 4 was on such thin ice. Like most studios, if they're not like backed by a massive company, one of those failures would be enough to tank the entire company. Uh, we're talking three massive failures: Andromeda, Anthem, and Veilguard, all in a row, significantly falling short of expectations.
Every
If
person
you're
would say that that was like the last game for Bioware. You know, like after Andromeda, people were like, okay, they get one more chance. After
Yep,
Anthem, I was like, okay, they're going to be shut down. Like there's no way. Then they
yep.
released the True Age Velguard, and I was like, how the fuck are they still in business?
and and I was told from an insider that they were going to be completely gutting the company, and they did shortly after that. And right now, what's left of BioWare is a shell of its former self, of a skeleton team of people working on Mass Effect 4, which again, I go back to like they're gonna need to ramp up and bring on more people to finish that game. And I don't think these Saudi investors are going to be jumping at that opportunity.
No,
I think they're going to
I
look
don't
to
think
cut
so
costs.
either. I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's a failed company, and more
Mhm.
important than that, it's destroying franchises. Like if
Well,
it
that's
touch, yeah, when Dragon Age came out, I looked at Dragon Age 3 and I didn't like that one either. Like Dragon Age 3
but this
was like
is
one of the first WoW
let me
games.
let,
Go
let me
on.
cut you off real quick though.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I was so passionate about Corinne Bush fucking up that franchise. Because people are like, oh, you're transphobic, this, that, the other thing. People cannot see the forest for the trees of individuals not just ruining a franchise, not just destroying a game, but their approach has been a catastrophe for the entire company on the whole. It's not just their job that they're out of because of their poor decisions. They have cost numerous people careers. Like the repercussions are massive. So when people like you and me and other YouTubers are making videos like pointing and laughing at it, I'd like to think it comes from a place of like, don't do this shit because this is a really bad idea to go down this road. But sorry, I didn't
I
want to
mean,
cut you off.
one of the biggest damages that they did is not like, okay, you know, the investors lost a percentage of money, which is huge by itself. But the fact, like, look at other companies like Star Wars, right?
Mhm.
If a new Star Wars movie comes out tomorrow, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
It's not.
Uh,
Like literally, they when Han Solo came out, I wasn't interested. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going.
yeah,
And
no, it's similar to me. And I like The Mandalorian, but I kind of fell out of it with the second season. And now that they announced the Mandalorian movie, I'm just kind of like, eh.
I don't even know
So
that
yeah.
there's a Mandalorian movie.
Yeah, they just announced it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
like
like,
that's
eh.
my meh, you know?
You don't even know. That's the other
Yeah,
thing. Think about that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Like now, if China releases some shit, I probably would know. And
Yep.
I looked at it last year, and almost the entire Steam marketplace is dominated by China. Like Path of Exile 2 is Chinese.
Mm.
The Marvel Heroes, the one that's like Overwatch, is Chinese.
Yep. Yep.
Wukong was Chinese. And now they're releasing Gantanta and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, America mortalized its entertainment company out of existence.
Yep. Yep.
And now they're
No
doing it
one
the
to
same
blame
with
but
Japan.
ourselves.
Like now it's about regulating anime and shit. And I'm
Yep.
like, why that? Like
Where
what
is
is
this
this
coming from?
obsession? Yeah, what is with this obsession that entertainment needs to be treated like drugs? It's
Let
weird.
me, let me ask you, do you believe in the rumor that this is originating from China as a way to push Marxism and communism around the world? Or do you think China has nothing to do with it?
I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but at the end of the day, where's the Department of Homeland Security defending America's soft power? Like,
Right.
you know, a lot of people in Eastern Europe, the reason that they like America so much It's because we grew up with American movies, American music, American TV shows, and the entire American culture was so ingrained into Eastern Europe that if a politician would say something against America, I would be like, well, what the fuck are you on about? You know, Americans are nice
Yep.
people. Like the
Yep.
entire American way of life and the mythos, you know, the justice for all, pursuit of happiness, stuff like that, free speech, like all of that was pushed into that entertainment. And when I grew up in the 90s, like every single one had like America supremacy in it. So
Yep.
we liked America because like, wow, these people are so advanced. Like, first of all, the capacity and the technology to make such movies. Like, we look now at Xena or Hercules and it looks like shit, but like back then it was a very expensive production. And,
Hmm.
and, and
There,
America was one of the few nations on earth capable of doing movies like Terminator, like Aliens, like no one else could, right?
yeah.
And
But
so,
yeah, everyone's caught up now.
yeah,
So now what makes it different?
yeah.
Now that everyone's caught up, and so the progressives in America try to push it to a woke state of entertainment where nobody wants it to go, and it's actually driving people away in going to watch entertainment from other areas.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if China is sabotaging because like America should be sabotaging China. Like America should be the one that would make deals with China. It's like, yeah, you want your Chinese shit into our country, like okay, hire our translators, hire our localizers, and then try to make it lame. Like that's what
Yep.
America should be doing. You know, they should be funding Chinese businesses and entertainment in order to try to ruin them. Not the other way around.
Right? That's a good point. Why are we not doing that?
It is what it
Makes me
is,
wonder.
you know. But yeah, no, like I think that there was like the age of anime where it grew popular not because anime is better, but because like America entertainment got moralized into submission.
Hmm.
And now they're moralizing anime and they're freaking out over it. And so you're going to have China that's left, right? And China is going to take the because at the end of the day, like the market wants what the market wants, and usually it's very simple: it's tits and violence. Like that's what the market
Yes,
wants.
every time, and it will forever be that.
It will
No
for
matter how many
yeah,
times they
like
try to change it.
since ancient Greek theater, it was
Yep.
Thanatos and Eros, right? Like Eros for the tits, Thanatos for the violence. And so
Yep.
that's literally what the population desires. And if you're not going to provide them that, they're going to go somewhere else.
We were watching a video last night on my stream that was showcasing Sweet Baby Inc. Reacting to why there needs to be more inclusion and diversity for marginalized people in gaming. And they're interviewing a couple quote unquote gamers saying, this needs more marginalized representation. It needs more of that. It's missing that. That's the problem. And I'm like, why?
No, I'm
Why is that a
like
problem?
hold on, it's 2025, right? Like what games are missing representation? They even have like checkboxes at AAA company to make sure
Right.
that every single game has representation.
Well, it's a good point. One, can you even define a representation of marginalized people? But more importantly, two, even if you can, why does that need to be in a game? Why?
Well, but
Why can no one ever
it's the
answer that?
self-sustaining grift, right? Like that video is not for you; it's for the insiders. And the reason it needs to is because access to ESG funds, access to government grants, right? Like
Yep.
that's the main reason.
Which which goes back to, okay, where is this originating from? There's a central, is it the
No,
World
it's
Economic
it's
Forum?
multiple competing interests. So like you have leftist governments like Canada, the European Union. They're giving tax cuts. They're giving grants for
Mhm.
video games that follow the standard.
Mhm.
You have like investors like BlackRock that's giving ESG funds. The thing
Mhm.
is, like, all of these are drying up because while leftist governments they want propaganda, they want people to actually watch the propaganda. Like they don't want to
Yep.
pay for something that no one plays and no one buys, right? So like they're starting to become skeptical and reassessing. The ESG funds as well. They're not doing very well. They're trying to rebrand them. Like they're trying to make the bridge initiative and stuff, which again like will move away from video games. What will happen is yeah, you're going to have like foreign investors. You're going to have like Saudi Arabia and China just buying up American products. I think like China wanted to buy Ubisoft. I don't know how the deal was made or if it went through.
Well,
Um,
there was rumors that the Saudis that were buying EA were doing it just to offset their what do you call it, ESG scores, theoretically, because I don't know if it was Kotaku or whoever was reporting that they do such awful things with their companies that they need to offset it with a game company that has high ESG scores.
It would probably be like that. I don't know. I would be surprised if that's the case. Then the woke shit stays,
Yep.
right? Uh, I think like if you actually got like Saudi morality pushed into EA games, I think most people would, that especially like right wing Christians and Christian nationalists in America would love it. Because like,
Hmm.
what does Saudi Arabia do with its censorship? Like, what does it censor? It censors like tits, like anything sexy. It pleases Melanie Mac, right? It censors gore, like not violence, but like over the top gore. So Dead Space is gonna be censored. Like you're not going to get another Dead Space. But other than that, it focuses on like wholesome family programming. It would focus on anything that has to do with sports. Battlefield would probably not get touched. And you may get like logos and decals with Arabic letters and maybe like certain maps that take place in a desert or in a Saudi Arabian city that looks gorgeous. Like that's how
Hmm.
they would promote themselves.
Well, I had a buddy that went to Saudi Arabia recently, and he reported back to me about his experience there.
Hmm.
Um, what one of the things he said is, I believe, was it dry? No alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and
it's like a dry state in America. Yeah.
yep,
Except
and
they
extreme.
they actually have a police of vice and virtue that stops you if you.
Well, not just that. I think he said if you are caught with alcohol
They whip you.
getting off the plane, they put you in prison for like 20 years. Like it's not even like a like it's not even like a question about it. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, like, well, it's kind of like being in America during the prohibition. Well, it's
Yeah,
it's a little bit
exactly.
more harsh, I guess.
But he said
Yeah.
like it was extremely clean. And they have basically, he didn't call them slaves or servants or whatever you want to call it. People that just around the city, just walking around, just cleaning up everything. If you put a cup down, and turn around to talk to someone, and you turn back to get the cup, you like your drink cup, it's just gone. Like there's just someone just cleans it.
Yeah, a lot of people like when they think about the Middle East, they think of France, you know,
Yep.
or they
Yep.
think of Sweden. The reality is like it depends where you go, right? Like if you go in Afghanistan, yeah, sure, but like if you go in Qatar or if you go in Saudi Arabia, yeah, they have a very strong theocracy, but it's livable, right? Like it's kind of like the Western world if you're rich, if you're one of the rich people.
Right. And there is a shitload of money in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Like I don't think people can even fathom how much money they have.
yeah.
Which kind of explains how they're extending their reach now to go outside of Saudi Arabia, because if everyone has money in Saudi Arabia, then no one's rich. So if they use the money elsewhere in the world, then they can exert influence in other places.
Busting through some super chats really quick. SRC Baker
Mhm.
promises this is the last one. Gypsy Troll Games gonna be a lit with V's release, yeah, and I'll probably get arrested in the EU for hate speech. With Denier, am I pronouncing it correctly? Denryer. With
Engineer,
EA's deal, I can only hope that it ended up like Embracers Group. People cheered when they started to buy up everything up, and most of these studios either turned out to slop or closed down. And Saudi Savvy Games Group planned to put $2 billion into Embracer before they started to fall and cave into the debt. I don't give a shit if if AAA companies end up getting bankrupt, because like it
well,
makes room for AA companies.
it does. Are you familiar with the Embracer situation at all? Because that is a wild rabbit hole.
No, not really.
So Embracer had a deal lined up with Saudi Arabia like 5 years ago, I believe. That was, I thought it was 1 billion, but Denier says it's 2 billion. So okay, 2 billion. And they were hiring like crazy, buying companies up, had all these long roadmap plans for what they were doing. And then on at the 11th hour, Saudi Arabia just backed out and they're like, you know what? No, we're not going to do this. And the money was just gone. So they had all this investment in the Embracer Group with the expectation of that money there, and it was gone. So the company just completely crumbled, and it's still feeling the repercussions today. Uh,
Well,
One of the
then it's
companies.
not Embracers Group's fault. I mean, it is their fault, but it wasn't out of malice. It was on
Right.
expecting money to arrive. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But it still speaks to uh, the situation of gaming industry, of these companies thinking they're too big to fail when they just consume everything around them. It actually is what ends up destroying them.
Yeah. Well,
So I mean that's a concern for what could happen to EA right now too, I guess is what Daenerys is saying, and I agree. That is something to be concerned about.
well, no, because I think like the deal was already done, right? So like the purchase is made.
Right. I
So
mean,
like the money
now
is
that the
there.
purchase right, but I still have concerns of just the way EA. Have you seen the graveyard of companies that EA has purchased and then shut down
Yeah, but that was a
over
long
the
time
years?
ago, you know.
Yeah, true. I just worry that this might start up another. You never know. You never know. But
Do you know what I
yeah,
missed though? Red Alert, like that was an EA title, and they made Red Alert 3. A lot of people didn't like it, but I like the multiplayer aspect of it. And
is that a Command and Conquer Red Alert?
yeah. Like
Yep.
they stopped making Command and Conquer, period. Well,
Yep.
actually, under the Saudis, like I guarantee to you, you are not going to make another Command and Conquer Generals. Like that's not gonna
Yep.
happen.
Well, a lot of those games ended up going towards mobile and just changing the demographic of people that used to play them, or you'd have to migrate to where the platforms are now, which kind of sucks. But yeah.
All right. So there's one more thing that I got. Apparently,
Mhm.
MrBeast is making a cartoon. People call it an anime. I don't fucking know like why everyone is now calling cartoons animes, even if it looks nothing like an anime. I'll put it on the screen so people can see. Um, what the fuck do you think is it about?
I
You know what? If they manage to hire, what's the name of that guy? Shadman. If they hire Shadman as an artist for this, it would generate buzz. Like, look, all I'm saying is that it would be trending on Twitter. Do you know who
I
Shadman is? You probably do.
I've heard the name. Who is that?
Oh, you don't know?
Sodman. Well, refresh my memory.
So,
Who is it?
Shadman was a 4chan artist that was extremely edgy, so edgy that he drew what's his name? Um, fuck, I forgot the name of the guy. Keemstar, right? He drew Keemstar's daughter having sex, and his daughter was underage at the
Yep,
time. He was
yep.
like,
I did hear about that.
yeah,
Yep.
like even with the 4chan community that draw underage girls, like they would draw a line that's like, no, you're not drawing real people, just anime and shit,
Right,
right?
right.
He actually drew that, and he would draw himself as a Nazi and stuff. And the thing is like, no, it wasn't furry, it was anime. Well, actually, it wasn't even anime. Like he had his own style. It was like westernized. It was a very westernized style, and he drew children a lot. And obviously, you know, like he initially he had almost everyone on YouTube collabing with him, because there was that time where like if you're edgy and you're offending people, it doesn't matter why or how, you get street cred. Like the idea of someone chipping out by looking at the monitor was considered to be almost like subhuman, because like you can't control your emotions, like you're going on the internet and raging at some trolls when you should just ignore them. And so like if you got people to get offended and get upset, you'd get a lot of street cred. Unfortunately, you know, after the Me Too era and things change and you have terms of service and stuff like that, drawing someone's daughter as a cartoon when she's like 8 years old and you're drawing her in sexual connotations, not a good look.
It's fucking weird.
Not a good look.
Not a good look is
not a good look, yeah. And I think like recently he got arrested. He's in Switzerland, right? So like it's legal for him to do it there. But he got arrested for something else, like he punched someone or some shit.
I know, not shocking, by the way. I mean, typically people that are gonna do stuff like that are gonna be caught at some point doing something pretty wild.
Jacob Andrew is asking like people on YouTube did collabs on him. Well, MrBeast, like this is why I said the joke. Like, did MrBeast hire this guy to draw him the animations? MrBeast was friends with someone, And that guy, which appears in MrBeast videos with him, had a picture of like Shabazz art.
Oh, on the poster on the wall. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That whole situation now. Yeah. God, that is fucking weird. The whole thing's so weird. Um, but yeah, as far as this show is concerned, I don't I don't know who the target audience is for it. And the reason why I say that is because obviously I say, oh, it's kids, it's kids. I feel like that was like a capsule of time where like my son was really into Beast candy bar, the chocolate bars. Oh, I want to get the Beast bar, this thing, or the Beast burger. That has passed. And my
Mm.
son doesn't give a shit about Mr. Beast anymore.
Well, I
So
mean,
I'm like,
obviously, but I'm curious, like, if the new generation cares, right?
who?
Who's born after your son? I don't know. Like, how
I
old
mean,
is your
maybe
son?
my son is 12.
Well, okay, maybe
So
people who are 8, you know.
I guess, but like, ah, I don't. Yeah, maybe my son's past
But yeah,
that.
like when
Maybe
you were
they know
young
better
and you
than
were
I do.
watching cartoons, right? You're watching Dexter's Laboratory or some shit, right? And you grow up and you don't like them anymore, but like the younger generation does.
Yeah, true, true. I just think it's funny. I've always taken this approach with cartoons too. Uh, like, and maybe I'd be curious to see if you agree with me on this. They don't need to make new ones. They just need to play the old ones because they're amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, this
why
is
do you
what I'm
need a
going.
new
Yeah, this is
why
what
do
I'm
you need
going.
a new age Ninja Turtles when you have the original that's so good? Like,
No,
why do you
like
need new
you're
ones?
right, you're right. And this is what I'm going to do with my son as well. Like I'm actually planning when my son grows up to just get all the cartoons that I grew up with, put them on a USB stick, and then put them on the television. Like the new
Yep.
cartoons, like their graphic is shit. Like nothing compares to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hand drawn animations.
Right. Right. It's just it was an era from a different time, but I'm like, it was timeless. It was so good. Like
Yeah.
you could like yes, it's cheesy. Yeah, if you watch it, you might be like, "Oh, it doesn't really hold up like you thought it did." But bro, compare it to cartoons that are out now and you're like, "I'd still rather watch that than what's
Yeah.
out now."
Well, like the only problem is that kids don't function like that. Unfortunately, they socialize with other kids, right? So like you can't put your kid on an island, and if their other kids
Right.
are watching Peppa the Pig or some shit, like your kid is
Well,
gonna laugh.
that goes to the whole marketing thing. And I guess you can say this goes to video games as well, where it's like, why do you need to play the latest and greatest game? Why do you need to watch the latest and greatest movie? You haven't seen every movie that's out that's amazing. Why would you go to the movie theater and watch the who cares? It's always about the now mentality of the latest and greatest. Oh, it's new. You have to go watch it because it's new.
Well, I
Goes
I,
down
I
that
want
whole
to
road.
find like the most bloody and gory cartoons like Spawn and stuff, and I'm going to get my kid on that because Americans tell me it's going to turn him into a psycho. And then I'm going to make him
Oh,
a soldier so he can ascend the ranks. And then when World War III happens, like he's already going to be an officer in the back line somewhere.
start with Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star, yes. Like there's a lot of gory anime, and even America made Spawn. Like Spawn is very gory TV shows. Like
Yeah, it sounds a really good
yeah,
one. Yep.
yeah. Because like this is what the Puritans in America said. It's like if you watch violent cartoons, you become violent, and I want my kid to become violent. I want him to become a
Which,
soldier. I'm going to tell
I
the
mean,
Romanian army.
you
Be part
joke,
of
but
NATO.
like that is like what they're still doing here.
Are
Like they're
they?
still saying
Really? Oh
that.
my
Yeah.
fucking god! Yeah, no, like there's something. If you look at the Western moral panics, the first one that I found is if you read too many books, it makes you insane. No, I'm not kidding. Like I have an
No,
article
I
about
believe
that.
you. I just like it
Yeah.
goes back. If you do too much of anything, you're gonna go insane. That's what people forget. It's like moderation is key.
No, no, no. Insane as in psycho. Like not
Yeah. No, I know
not
what you mean.
quirky, not weird. Like literally school shooting level. You know?
It's fair,
Yeah.
but I mean, you could probably go to anything and say too many drugs will make you do that. Uh, too much war will make you do that.
Yeah,
Too
probably.
much certain things will make you do that.
David Peterson, thank you for the $2. Great collab. Great to finally see you together. I thank you, David. We actually have like a new thing on YouTube. It's called collabs. I haven't checked it yet, but they added a new feature. I'll have to see how it works.
Yeah, I saw Shady J and 8-Bit Eric when Billy passed that they did it and when the video went live it said I think it said Jay and 8-Bit Eric. And I was like, oh, did they start a new channel? And then I click, I was like, oh no, it's just like a collab button and it's like both of them listed on it. I have no idea how it works or displays in the algorithm, but I haven't looked into it either. So
Yeah. But anyway, I did run out of topics. That's it. And so I want to thank you for coming. Tell the people where they can find you.
dude, this was a pleasure and an honor. I've been hoping to be able to chat with you for a long time. Like I said, I've been watching you forever, so this is kind of surreal to chat with you here. It was a lot of fun. As far as finding me, every night, 8 p.m. Pacific time on my channel, I live stream Monday through Saturday. Typically take Sundays off for the family, and then post a bunch of videos a day. And I'm pretty active on the X/Twitter. So yeah, this was awesome, V. Thank
Well,
you so much
if
again
you
for
want
having me.
next week, we can do it again. Up to you.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
for
maybe
sure.
I
I
can.
do want to. I
Maybe,
want to have you on mine too.
yeah,
So
sure.
that'd be
I'll
awesome.
definitely do that. And maybe next time I can get Spoons on here or Madame Savi.
Oh, that'd be
Corungel, I missed this super chat. How does it go with the Lisa Mercante Smash? Any new developments? We actually covered this in the beginning of the show.
yeah, yeah. It's I guess I'll leave it at it's in the judges' hands right now, in hopes that they do something in our favor to dismiss it or something like that. But right now we're just kind of waiting until if nothing happens, then January we'll start exchanging papers with whatever documents that she wants. And I have a feeling it's going to be centered around how much money I make, because that's what these people always do. How much money do you make? Where are you making that money and why? They care so much about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you for being here, and thank you, chat. I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.